man, they exchange pleasantries. You don't know what they said. I got an idea about what they said.
Okay.
And I'm going to back it up. You know, when Trump, when they shook hands, you know how friends bust each other chops.
Yeah, yeah.
He was trying to shake his hand and said, you know, I got you over here. I ought to nuke your ass. You know, we ought to. And Vladimir like, no, don't do that. And then, in order to prove it to him, look what Trump did. Watch this. Over said, I could have bombed the hell out of you right there. Had all your Secret Service and everybody else, James.
It was a setup. We could arrest you for war crimes right now. You're on our turf. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put you in a holding cell for about a month till you sign the agreement. Say, oh no, it's not funny, Mr. Trump. Yeah, yes it is.
Because he jokes like that.
Yeah, he does, right?
He jokes like that all the time. And so now they have their press conference after their meeting, and Putin proceeded. I'm about to be alliterative right here. Okay. Putin proceeded in pissing off the journalists. Watch what he said.
Today, when President Trump saying that if he was the president back then, there will be no war. And I'm quite sure that it would indeed be so. I can confirm that. I think that overall, me and President Trump have built a very good, business-like and trustworthy contact. And I have every reason to believe that moving down this path, we can come, and the sooner the better, to the end of the conflict in Ukraine.
I mean, that was such a G meeting, even Hillary Clinton and them praised him about it. What you got to say?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, you know what? He may get the Nobel Prize. That's coming from Hillary. But the reason that Vladimir says that it wouldn't have been a war if President Trump hadn't been president is because Trump ain't no punk. And he knew he could take Crimea from BZ, Hussein Obama. He knew that he could go in this invasion with this weekend at Bernie's presidency that we just came out of. And he knew to stay on the sidelines. And now we at the table talking.
Yeah, and Hillary trying to suck up because she know he's got the goods on her for Russiagate.
For sure.
So now, well, maybe he should get the Nobel Prize. Maybe this, maybe that. So he'll cut her some slack.
Yeah, she got to talk up now because, once again, the rabbit has the gun. He's like, he got all the files and he talking to Vladimir. He done hacked everything. Everything that she thought she got away with and threw away, they probably got a copy of all of it. So she being nice.
Yeah, now watch this one, though. Watch this.
We'll speak to you very soon and probably see you again very soon. Thank you very much, Vladimir.
Next time in Moscow.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'll get a little heat on that one, but I could see it possibly happening. Thank you very much, Vladimir. And thank you all. Thank you.
Man, Trump like, I ain't coming over to no doggone Moscow. Y'all ain't getting me. That ain't North Korea.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he playing some tricks over there. He kill his own people. I watched the dude walk up with a napkin like this and put it over their nose, and the dude was dead in 5 minutes with the poison. You know what I'm saying? He can't trust what he eat over there. He can't drink a glass of water. They be done killed Trump. No, I ain't coming to Moscow, Vladimir. That ain't happening.
Yeah, now you're doing too much.
Right. We ain't that close to friends.
Be glad I let you live over here.
Right.
Now, the media started doing their thing after the press conference was over, and they tried to do media the way they do it in America. And look at Putin's response.
Press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Let's go. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, press. Let's go.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you.
I bet, this stuff kind of be irking Trump because Putin is like, hey, what kind of a show are you running over here? You let the media talk like this, overtalk people disrespectful in my country. Oh, we take them back to firing squad, and we have no more trouble out of them at all.
Right. The last dude that overtalked and tried to do all that stuff with him is still breaking rocks, shoveling snow in Siberia. I mean, so you don't get to just woof at the president, just say some stuff you don't like and call him out of his name and all that. He looking like, get your clown show, Donald. You got a total clown show don't go in here.
You have great country. You're doing great job. You're a great leader. But
this
these media, you don't know. You're too
It's
slack. You're too lax.
out of
In my
control.
country, they ain't no better than that. And then Trump be like, yeah, I know. That's why I said I like the way you
handle yours.
and G be running things. When it comes to that media, they don't take that stuff. And you know what?
That's right.
Putin's right, though.
You're right.
The media be doing too much, man.
Especially just trying to spend a lot. Like, he put the red carpet. They mad about the red carpet. Like what are you supposed to do? But
he's a war criminal.
He's a war criminal.
We're going to arrest Putin
Right.
the minute he steps off that plane and go into nuclear war.
Right. Who's going to put him in a headlock? He's like, he's too nice to him. Like, next thing you know, it's the president got Putin in a headlock. And they out there scuffling.
Scuffing his head. Doing knuckles with his head.
They're the dumbest. And that's the reason nobody's watching them. They dying on the vine.
And so after that, he set up a meeting with, right when the media was saying that nothing came out of that meeting with Putin, President Trump had set up a meeting with Zelensky. Mm-hmm. And so the European leaders also came over, and the media tried to spin it like the European leaders are coming to help Zelensky. And then Rubio had to tell them, hey, we invited them to come. Right. Look at this. Hey, man. Now compare that to Joe Biden at the G8 summit or something, stumbling and fumbling and falling up and down the steps and they have to get there, then wandering the wrong way off stage. Somebody got to get his, then he slipped and fell again and getting mocked on the world stage. Man, this is some G stuff right here. This is a good look and it's a show of strength and it makes America proud.
Exactly. He turned around shaking air hand, doing an air handshake to somebody ain't even standing there, opening a door that ain't even there, just all that nonsense. It's a good look. And Zelensky found his pleas and his thank yous in a suit this time too. And came in there, act like he had some sense. It was a good look. Nobody does this. This is like a G7 meeting without all of that year planning it takes. They pulled it off in like 6-7 days. Why? Because they respect this president.
Hey man, but watch this. Like you said, Zelensky step out with his suit on. Okay, look.
Right, no, look.
Hey, he liked this suit.
Right.
And the fact that he went all black, I like that flow. He got the black on black in black. He murdered out.
It looked good. That's right.
Murdered out. It was a good look on him. And he like, maybe I will have started wearing suit maybe more.
Right.
He looked like Boris Badenoff. Remember him? On the Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
Bullwinkle, that's
he
right.
looking like Boris Badenoff. Boris Badenoff rocked that triple black. So Zelensky came in, man. Trump seen him, and Trump taller than all of them. So he really likes that.
Yeah. He got to reach down and shake his hand. He gave him a little light hug.
He's trying to pick him up.
Right.
He's trying to pick him up, but he ain't want to be too close to him because he's a germaphobe.
Right. I like your suit, little man. Picked him up. His legs were swinging and sit him back down. Come on here. Act like
all
you're
right?
right.
Yes. Okay. Can we go in now?
Right.
Yes. Let's go. We'll be back.
There's nothing worse than losing your dog before their time.
That's why I created Dr. Marty Nature's Blend, designed to help dogs with everything from digestive issues to itching, even moving better.
Nature's Blend works because it's freeze-dried. So instead of destroying the nutrients with high heat, they all get right into your dog's body.
Take it from a veterinarian with over 50 years of experience saving dogs' lives. I have never seen a food make this much impact on a dog's health.
For a limited time, get up to 54% off Dr. Marty Nature's Blend, plus a free gift with our special TV offer. Call or go to drmartypets.com/TV.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing. There's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
5 minutes, I'm done. Look at that, it's amazing.
If you're ready to step into an effective, economical, and eco-safe world of cleaning, look no further than the H2O X5. Using just the power of superheated water, the X5 Super Hot Steam cleans and kills up to 99% of germs, viruses, and bacteria. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. But through this special TV offer, you won't spend $400, $300, or even $200. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. You'll get the X5 steam mop with microfiber pad, the carpet glider, the handheld scrubber, the window glass and mirror attachment, and the garment and upholstery bonnet. It's a complete 10-piece system, all this for just 4 easy payments of $43. But it gets even better. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. If after 30 days you're not absolutely delighted, send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. Don't wait. Now's your chance to own the X5 for just 4 easy payments, and we'll make the first payment for you. You get the X5 incredible 5-in-1 lightweight, powerful 12-piece steam cleaning system, a $500 value, all for just 3 easy payments of $43. This offer can't last forever, so call or click right now.
President Trump's meeting with the European leaders and President Zelensky went very, very well. Once they got past the seating arrangements, all situated, everything went well. Watch this.
Okay. A little tan, you good? Huh? You look great.
Thank you for being on.
I think to set up a tri-lad, you know. So
And where do you want to
I think he wants to I think he wants to make a deal for me. You understand? As crazy as it sounds. Here, sit down. Sit down, everybody.
Okay.
I think we'll let the press come in for a minute.
Waiting for the boss.
Please.
Thank you.
How's the man doing? All right? Are you good? You look fantastic.
He's too tall for me.
He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Good looking.
I never want him near. I prefer Volodymyr. No problem.
Very good. Take it.
Hey, James, you know how you say something and you playing, but you serious?
Yeah.
George Maloney was like, I don't want to sit next to this guy. He's too tall for me. I'd rather sit next to Vladimir Zelensky. And, Trump has played it off, just too tall. But really, she didn't want to sit next to him because she don't like that guy.
Right, exactly. So I'm going down here. I got to make an excuse to get to the other end of the table because I want to sit right here. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes we have to find our out. Like, I ain't about to sit here and be fake sitting next to him. I don't like him.
He was a German chancellor. She's still mad about World War II. Right. So she ain't letting him go. They trying to take over France. If it was up to him, we'd be speaking German. So sometimes a look is worth 1,000 words. Watch this.
helpful that we are meeting and hearing that the two of you are having such a good meeting today here in Washington. The next steps ahead are the more complicated ones now. The path is open. You opened it last Friday. But now the way is open for complicated negotiations. And to be honest, we all would like to see.
She rolling her eyes. While he's talking, she's like, oh my God, I wish he would shut up.
There's a little bit of sister in that eye roll. She was like, you know what?
Well, she is Italian.
Right, yeah.
And if she's Sicilians are black.
Hey, listen.
Sicilians same as black people, so.
if you sail south of that island, you run into Africa. So we know what's going on. It ain't that far. So we know what's in them jeans. But yeah, she had an attitude. It was like, I ain't giving this guy no eye contact.
Yeah, watch. Look, we'll get a closer shot of it. Peep this.
All right.
Let's work on that, and let's try to put pressure on Russia, because the credibility of these efforts we are undertaking today are depending on at least a ceasefire from the beginning of the serious negotiations from next step on. So I would like to emphasize this aspect and would like to see a ceasefire from the next meeting, which should be a trilateral meeting wherever it takes place.
Well, we're going to let the president go over and talk to the president.
Man, she's sitting there. Now, you know she tapping Trump's foot under the table.
Right.
And nudging him, nudging the leg and tapping the foot. She's sitting there like, I wish he was shut up. I wish he was ST.
All the way up. And in her mind, she's like, I got to keep my composure because I'm ready to go off on this dude. But they're going to say I'm an uncontrolled woman and all that. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to hold my peace, bite my tongue. But he going to get these eye roll.
Once again, she's Italian. Yes. And they're as emotional as black people.
Yes, they are.
And they can't hide their feelings like black people can't hide theirs. And our facial expressions.
That's right.
Express what we're feeling inside.
Right.
I
we
wish
can't hold it.
Shut. I'm about to slap this son of a. Meanwhile, Zelensky feeling good. Watch this.
First of all, Mr. President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, looks good.
I said the one that attacked you last time. See, I remember that.
Yeah, I apologize to you. You look wonderful. No, my first question for you, President Zelensky.
In the same suit. You see, I changed. You are not.
Trump say, that's the guy that said something about your suit last time. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, but look, this time I got a new good-looking suit. You have on the same suit.
It's all kind of black stuff going on this episode. It's like, because we crack on people. It's like, hey, man, that's that same stuff you had on last time. But look at me today. I'm in my new stuff today. He's proud of it, sitting up tall like a peacock. Truck complimented him now. The reporter did complimented him.
Yeah, I'm over here looking like a G, but you're not.
You're not, right.
He was supposed to went back and complimented him.
Yeah, you look good too.
You look good. Oh yeah, you look good too. He like, you look good. You do not look good.
Right.
You have the same suit on.
And I ain't forgot that you attacked me the last time.
You need to sniff underarm. His suit looks like it's a little stale.
The same suit you wore last time.
Yeah, so Trump took everybody out for the obligatory photo op afterwards, man. Watch this.
Yes.
That was not a great day.
Now, part of that they had on mic. The other part they didn't. He took him out for the photo op, and he pointed over and showed them the picture that he hung there in the lobby of the Butler incident with the assassination attempt. And he said, that wasn't a good day. That wasn't a good day. And then as soon as the mic went off, he said, you see, I took Obama's picture down from there. You remember who used to be up there? No, who? Obama. Remember?
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, he was. What happened? I took that crap down and stuck him in the urinal.
He in the bathroom now. So if you want to see the Obama portrait, you go to the men's bathroom. We'll escort you down there. It's like, it wasn't a good day. But yeah, like we said last time, he tired of that crap. I'm not going to sit there and walk through this hallway or through this area right here, and I got to see his smiling, lying face every time you go to the bathroom.
Thank you. Then, he called in to Fox and Friends. They had a post-meeting dialogue, and he called in, and listen to what he said.
I just want to end it. I want to end it. We're not losing American lives. We're not losing American soldiers. We're losing Russian and Ukrainian, mostly soldiers. Some people, as missiles hit wrong spots or get lobbed into cities like Kiev and towns. But, if I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well. I hear I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole. But if I can get to heaven, this will be one of the reasons. Well, I think I saved a lot of lives with India and Pakistan. They were going at it. The planes were being shot down. That was going to be maybe a nuclear war if I let that go. And I did that through trade.
You wouldn't believe the amount of Christians that got their shorts in a bunch over him making a tongue-in-cheek joke about getting into heaven. And then, he's saying works. He's not. Trump needs to understand salvation. It's by grace we are saved through faith and not of works. Lest any man try. I mean, they were having a collective meltdown. And I'm like, he was making a joke, a self-deprecating joke at that. What did he say, James? I hear I'm on the bottom at the low man on the totem pole. And he's making it. And my reply to it was this. The thought he has of, I hope I might make it in, it's the same thought every Calvinist has. Everyone that's a Calvinist who believes in limited atonement, unconditional election, they're thinking to themselves, I hope I'm one of the ones that's got picked. Because according to Calvinism, God, according to his own sovereignty, he picks who he wants to put in heaven and picks who's going to hell. They have nothing to do with it. They have not a choice in the matter, and nobody knows who it is until they find out at the end. So he's got the same. What does he say that the Calvinists don't say, James?
95% of the body of Christ. When they had a baby reveal, you get with the pink smoke or the blue smoke. For a Calvinist, it's black smoke or white smoke. So I'm born condemned or I'm born going to heaven. So thank you. So in his mind, I'm trying to get me some works righteousness in here, but that's just the saints just do. I don't even get me started on that. But once again, just having a meltdown about something that was clearly said in jest, jovial, like you said, self-deprecating. But they want to make it like he was giving a theological dissertation, like he's doing this thesis for his doctorate degree in theology. Get out of here.
And he said he was raised in the Presbyterian Church. Presbyterian Church is an evangelical church. Exactly. Evangelical churches, by and large, embrace Calvinism. So, it is what it is. But now, Black dude summed it up. You're going to get the most profound wisdom sometimes from Black people because we are able to articulate and express and expound in a way that few others can. Watch this.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, boy. President Trump, boy. Our President Trump. Boy, he got that swag. Because yesterday when he was standing on that red carpet waiting on the Russian president to walk up on him, and the way he shook his hand, you saw the way he shook his hand with force. Boy, I tell you, I love that guy, man. President Trump, man, you doing your thing. Boy, I see you put in overtime right now. For real. You trying to stop the bloodshed in other countries, and you working on us too, trying to stop the violence in all these cities. I mean, my guy, you are really winning right now. I don't care what nobody else say. You winning right now. I believe that. I believe that in my heart that we are winning right now. For real. The way that, that was gangster, man. To help them, the fighter jets and the B-2 stealth bomber flew over his head. Did you see the way he was looking like, yo, is it really real right now? Is this man flying fighter jets and B-2 bombers over my head right now? You can see he was shook. You know what I'm saying? That was a real chess move our president did. That was a real chess move. I couldn't have done it no better myself. Because the way that man was looking up, like it was over. Yo, President Trump, man, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Hey, dude summed it up. And to accentuate what he said, James, this is breaking news. Watch this.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this just in. Fox can confirm that President Trump will go on patrol tonight in our nation's capital with law enforcement and military personnel at his side. President Trump broke the news today in a radio interview, and we expect more reportable details shortly.
Come on, man.
And listen, Trump doing a ride along. We got to make a movie about this and see, we know what it is. We done rode along with him in Detroit. And everybody think, they give him the finger and all that. No, but they love Trump. The black men, especially black men, love Trump. He getting ready to ride through D.C. in these streets.
Hey, he getting out the car. He said he going to walk. He doing a walk throughout on these streets. Let him know, Boss Trump. Big Boss Trump out here in these D.C. streets. In these streets. Sure that we put crime down.
Yes, sir.
Hands on. You ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Never, ever.
Out of a president, probably will never see it again. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Obama didn't even get a plane back to Chicago, so I wouldn't hear nothing.
Man, Obama didn't even have no black friends. We'll be back.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm. Please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger. This is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-854-0295.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and in bookstores across the country. We'll even help you promote your book. That's right, we do all this for you. Biography, self-help, mystery, novels, sci-fi, even a children's book. No matter what genre, Page Publishing can bring your book to life. Call today for your free author submission kit and find out how you can be the next published author at Page Publishing.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257. That's 800-319-0257, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
All right, we're back. James?
Yes, sir.
Back on the home front, man. What's happening out here in these American streets? I'm going to show something real quick, then I want your comment. Watch this.
This particular point, the Democratic brand is in the basement. It is total and complete garbage in the mind of the American public.
He said the Democrat brand is in the basement, man.
They're in the toilet. I don't know, in the sewer. How much lower can we go? They almost at hell. They went so far low because the American public, finally, the right has become the arbiters of culture, and we on the right side of history and the rest of it. So as a result, they have no message. They fail in. When CNN has to admit that you're in the toilet, you're in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, and the rabbit got the gun again, man.
Once again.
Look what's happening in Texas. Watch this.
Breaking tonight, Texas Republican legislators have just won their fight over redistricting. Just moments ago, the state House vote is now final. The bill aims to provide 5 additional congressional seats for the GOP.
You know what the Republican Party has said?
What's that?
Man, we tired of whining about the stuff the Democrats do saying, man, they did that. And we should have did it. They did that. We said, Skip it. What we doing it to?
Right.
We're gerrymandering, huh? Oh, okay. It reminds me of somebody I know. You know who they are there. And they were fighting. And the wife bit the husband on the arm. And you know what he said?
What did he say?
He said, oh, we biting, huh? And turned around and bit back. I bite harder than you bite.
That's right.
Well, that's the Republicans. We biting back now. We biting, huh? We gerrymandering. Well, we gerrymandering too.
The right's testicles have finally descended. They finally grown a pair after all these years, because most of the time they just soft and they roll over. They let us call them racist and all this other stuff. And this is the phoniest meltdown I've ever seen, because they are the king of gerrymandering in New York, Illinois, some of these other states. They redraw it in order to have however many they want to have. And so now finally the right has finally said, the Republicans have said, you know what, we're gonna take advantage of this too. And Abbott, like, you're gonna get arrested. We locking everybody up. We putting you on house arrest and the rest of it. We get ready to do this, and y'all ain't gonna be able to escape it.
They're trying to flee the state.
Right.
He like, you better get your way back here quick, because he started holding up ACH payments.
Right.
Now them wives sitting at home.
Right.
Like, when that check supposed to be direct deposited into the account.
The house no bounce. You know what I'm saying? While they messing around, you out there playing the game. You better get home, because the house no bounce. Get back in there and pass that gerrymander.
Billy's college tuition check.
It's time to go back to school.
Meanwhile, now there are some casualties.
Yes.
And the primo casualty out of all this gerrymander is Jazzy Crotch Itch.
The witch is dead. It couldn't have been a better thing to happen in the history of
she
politics.
Lost her seat, man.
Yes, gone.
Move your feet.
Lose your seat.
Hey, she heated too. Watch this.
Texas. So all of the races feel away when you call them exactly what they are. When you say, oh, you guys are racist and you guys are trying to implement racist practices with these racist maps, right? So, people getting their feelings, oh, how dare you? It's like, bro, I get that you took your hood off, but your hood is still there. Like, we see it. We know what we see, okay? Big ups to my colleagues in California that got this together, did not fight about lines whatsoever. Big ups to their state assembly, as well as their state senate, as well as obviously their governor for stepping up to the plate and saying, Texas may want to play, but guess what? California can play.
Texas gerrymander, they're racist.
Right.
California gerrymander is big ups to the homies.
Right. They're protecting democracy, when they redraw their lines out there. But this almost feels like, I feel like Abbott and the rest of the state house said, we got to do something just to get rid of her. And so just in case her district wants to reelect her, we're going to redraw these lines and just make her disappear forever. And I couldn't ask for a better outcome in this whole process.
Yeah, she can go get a job on MSNBC or CNN or start a podcast or something like that. Be a guest on Oprah and Sherry Shepherd show and all of that kind of stuff. Do all what it is. Do what you do, girl.
That's it.
Because you ain't going to be doing Congress in Texas.
She need a staff, though, to do a podcast. She ain't got enough bandwidth to do a podcast for 1 hour, because she's dumb to me. Even though she got a law degree and the rest of it, she's not smart.
And put it this way, if she going to her dumb routine,
yeah, that's right.
She just one in a million. There's a bunch of them dummies out there doing podcasts.
That's right.
So anyway, the libs are still upset about Trump and the National Guard in Washington, D.C., and they're doing what they do. Here's the thing. They're policing the black neighborhoods, right?
Yes.
What is all the white folks pissed off about?
Right.
I don't even see no black people protesting. Look. Tell me how many blacks you see in this crowd, James. Watch. There's more black people than that at a Ku Klux Klan meeting. What you got to say?
Exactly. They live in Alexandria or somewhere. They live outside the Beltway. They came into the Capitol screaming. This is what liberals do. They use black people and black people's whatever they believe their grievances are to start barking about whatever. But they're not the ones getting shot at. I saw a man that got shot 4 times. He said, I'm glad Trump is here. I think over my lifespan, I'm almost 60 years old now. I've been shot 4 times in these D.C. streets. And most of the people, when you just walk up and interview the average black person, person, they happy to see that they're going to tap some of this crime down.
When they were hooting and hollering, it was J.D. Vance, Pete Hegseth, and my dude Stephen Miller walking in. Stephen Miller's a dog.
Yes,
I'm telling you, I like that guy. He's my friend. He stepped up to the plate, and watch what he had to say.
All these demonstrators that you've seen out here in recent days, all of these elderly white hippies, they're not part of the city and never have been. And by the way, most of the citizens who live in Washington, D.C. are black. This is not a city that has had any safety for its black citizens for generations. And President Trump is the one who is fixing that with the support of the Metropolitan Police Department, the support of the National Guard, and our federal law enforcement officers. So we're going to ignore these stupid white hippies that all need to go home and take a nap because they're all over.
Now all the anti-Semites mad at him. Shut up, Jew boy.
Right.
You ain't black. What you speaking up for?
Don't be talking about you ain't one of us. But they keep talking, they're throwing this 30% down. Crime is down 30% number. Nobody cares about data when they get shot at. Oh, it's better. No, they get robbed, carjacked, all the rest of this stuff. What was the number it was down from? All I know, you can't have be the fourth worst city with murders, and then all of a sudden it's down 30%. You hailing that as a
now you
victory.
Went to the fifth worst.
Right.
And so he stepped up and said, y'all white folks don't live out here no way, so just shut up, you stupid hippies.
Right.
And then, so now we got to get the other side. We got to get, some confirmation.
Yes.
Watch this.
Well, what do you know? Trump has the Make D.C. Beautiful Again executive order, which removes about 70 to 75 homeless encampments off the street. Now, he's not just removing the homeless people off the street. He's getting them substance abuse care. You can go to rehab. We're not just going to put you in a home, though. We're going to get you the help that you need, right? That's a fair deal. Now, if you don't oblige, possible jail time. We're not just going to put you up in housing so you can still be snorting coke and doing fentanyl. And what do you know? The in-the-way-ass liberals are recording the city workers removing the tents off the street. What are the homeless people going to do now? They're being removed. Oh, my God. Well, what'd you do for the past 4 years? You wasn't offering them ramen. You wasn't giving them no caress soap to wipe their ass. I can tell you, liberals love chaos and dirt. They love it. You want the homeless to be on the street so we can smell human feces and piss all day, huh? Because you're dirty ass. You guys ever seen the trend why conservative women look so good? Because we clean our ass like a goddamn. We can smell you from a mile away. Get your ass out the way.
That's so good.
Hey, you got to remember, though, what was that? Which one said that?
We don't wash our butt.
If you get rid of all that, because we ain't going to be able to wash our behinds. Who going to wash our behinds for us?
That's a congressperson talking about who going to wash our butt for us. And we can't be throwing everybody, deporting everybody out of here. We don't need somebody for our hygiene.
Wipe our butts.
Right, our hygiene.
But she said it right. Don't be acting like you're so concerned about them. What did she say? Oh, James, you didn't give them any ramen.
Right. You give them
ramen noodles.
Top ramen noodles. Right.
Have you ever ate a ramen noodle?
I've eaten ramen noodles. Yes.
I ain't never ate a ramen noodle in my life. I wish I would. Ramen noodles is on the order like Spam and Vienna sausage.
It is the modern day pork and beans. It's the modern day.
I've eaten pork and beans.
It's the modern day poor man's. We ain't got no money. We're gonna eat this top ramen and put a hot dog in it. Dinner.
No, I'm eating pork and beans with some pork and beans and wieners.
Yes, sir.
I might have me that tonight now that you mentioned it, because my taste buds, I'm starting to salivate over here. Because pork and beans and wieners, man, with some white bread, sopping. You gonna sop?
Yes, sir.
Man, please. But she like, you didn't care about the homeless. Don't act like you caring about them now. And we're gonna put you in rehab.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna just put you up in the homeless
house,
like
right.
the homeless think they about to get done like New York immigrants. Like they gonna put them up at a swanky, like they gonna take over the Waldorf Astoria that used to be the Trump International and let all the homeless people live in there.
They about to get the top floor. They about to get they stand at the front desk getting their key cards to go upstairs. That ain't happening, but they care, because look at what Gavin Newsom did when the Chinese came in. He cleaned up all his in like a day just to make it nice for the Chinese. Now all of a sudden for black people that walk the streets of D.C., we can't clean it up for them. Get out of here. Your racism is showing.
But you know what? Some people still always go too damn far. Case in point, my dude, the one and only Charlie Kirk. Yes. Some people just always go too damn far. Yes. Watch what Charlie said.
Here's President Donald Trump saying, once we liberate D.C., and by the way, I guarantee that it'll go whoop, it's going to go way down. And then the media will say, oh, it's only going down because you brought in the military. Exactly. We need full military occupation of these cities until the crime desists. Period. We need a desisting of crime in our cities.
Man, Charlie out here calling for martial law.
Yeah. Always. But the first one calling somebody else a tyrant and fascism and all this stuff when they made him put that mask on his nose 5 years ago. But then now, all of a sudden, I want occupation of these cities. If they did it in some red, deep out there in flyover country city, you would be screaming about it. So stop.
Hey, Charlie, if we're going to do that, we got to do the trailer camps.
Yep,
we
exactly.
We got to do the honky-tonk areas.
Thank you.
And the suburbs.
And the burbs.
We going to lock everything down,
That's
Charlie.
Right. Calm down. You're going too far. You make it hard for us with that stuff.
Military occupation. Come
what
on,
are you talking about?
Here he is trying to help the police. This is not military occupation. You know what military occupation? He want everybody standing there with
with the tanks rolling down the street, messing up the asphalt. You know what I'm saying? Here come a tank, running the light. I'm saying, you ain't hear it coming because ain't no siren on it. Now you getting your car knocked sideways. There's a tank coming through the intersection.
Some black kids shoplifting some hostess Twinkies on the
Right, he got a hot AR up to his head, right? You know what I'm saying? Put down the chips, punk. You know what I'm saying?
Dial it back, Charlie.
Right,
you
reel
desist.
it in. Right.
You desist, all
Too
right?
much.
All right, we'll be back.
How does the world's most trusted dog expert keep his own dog so healthy?
Hi, I am Cesar Milan. In my 20 years rehabilitating dogs, I've seen too many struggle with health problems that no amount of training could fix. Then I discovered it wasn't the dog, it was their food. Fortunately, I found veterinarian Dr. Marty's Anti-Kibo Breakthrough.
Nature's Blend is packed with whole foods that are freeze-dried, locking in nutrients.
I saw remarkable improvements in my dogs within weeks.
Try Dr. Marty risk-free for 90 days. Plus, get a free gift when you call or visit drmartypets.com/Caesar.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
5 minutes, I'm done. Look at that, it's amazing.
If you're ready to step into an effective, economical, and eco-safe world of cleaning, look no further than the H2O X5. Using just the power of superheated water, the X5 Super Hot Steam cleans and kills up to 99% of germs, viruses, and bacteria. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. But through this special TV offer, you won't spend $400, $300, or even $200. Order your H2O X5 Steam Cleaning System, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. You'll get the X5 Steam Mop with microfiber pad, the carpet glider, the handheld scrubber, the window glass and mirror attachment, and the garment and upholstery bonnet. It's a complete 10-piece system, all this for just 4 easy payments of $43. But it gets even better. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. If after 30 days you're not absolutely delighted, send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. Don't wait. Now's your chance to own the X5 for just 4 easy payments, and we'll make the first payment for you. You get the X5 incredible 5-in-1 lightweight, powerful 12-piece steam cleaning system, a $500 value, all for just 3 easy payments of $43. This offer can't last forever, so call or click right now.
Do you suffer in pain? Are you stiff, tense, or less active? Introducing the Easy Well Remedy Massage System, a triple fusion of therapeutic experiences. Full body vibrational therapy increases blood circulation and reduces inflammation. Infrared heat penetrates deep to reduce pain, soothe, and relax. The Ultra Shiatsu pillow with 6 heated nodes mimics a professional massage. Plus, it's detachable for deep relief anywhere you need it. Experience the true remedy for your pain and stiffness. Call now.
All right, we're back for our final segment featuring our SmackDown of the week. James, this third runner-up is kind of personal to me. I'm going to include myself in this SmackDown. Okay. Watch this.
Today, the FDA recalled radioactive shrimp from Walmart, saying that it could contain cesium-137, a radioactive isotope.
Radioactive shrimp being sold at Walmart. Cesium-137.
It includes, by the way, Ohio.
Okay, listen to me very carefully. This is breaking news just coming in that radioactive material has been found in shrimp that have been delivered from Indonesia to the United States of America.
I'm in the house the other day, James. My wife came in with her hands on her hip saying, go get that stuff out of my refrigerator. I'm like, what is it? You bought some radioactive shrimp home. I look, because I'm sorry.
Wow.
I love Walmart. That's my favorite store.
Yes, sir.
And I bought a bag of the garlic shrimp scampi in that little blue bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, you get a whole bag of little shrimp for like $1. I bought that home. She's like, you don't get that crap out of the refrigerator. She made me take it get it out of my refrigerator. Fortunately, we hadn't eaten it yet.
Right.
And you know what I did? I put it in the bag, drove down the street, rolled through the gas station, rolled next out to the pump thing, threw the bag, and there was a man out there pumping his gas. I threw the bag in the garbage can and kept on going. He looking like, did this guy just throw a bomb in here? What is going on? I'm like, you better get out the way, bro. It's some radioactive shrimp. I was wondering if it would explode if it was handled too violently. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm saying you need a hazmat uniform with a helmet on to get rid of the shrimp. But I know what you're talking about, that little small bag of them Walmart shrimp for about $6. It's a whole meal for about $6. All you need is find you a side and we ready to go.
Get your little thing of microwave rice.
Yeah.
You got a meal.
It's like $10. We eating good. We don't need no restaurant. We eating good in this house.
Speaking of food.
Yes.
All right. When I say, I'm going to say a word, and I'm going to say a word, and I need you to say what's the first food that comes to your mind when I say this word.
Okay.
Black people.
Greens.
I said, chicken. Yeah, chicken. All right, black people and chicken. And we had an incident over it. Watch this. James, Carnival Cruise Line.
Here we go. Our beloved Carnival.
Dude said, I can't believe all of this was over. The chicken tenders.
The chicken came out. It's like the old buffets back in the day. You be waiting on the chicken to come out. Then it finally come out. Now it's a scrap. It's on out there.
Especially on Sunday after church, because all them Baptists up there
beat you.
getting out of church earlier than the Pentecostals.
That's right.
And get up there and eat all the chicken before we get there.
Yeah, the Pentecostals pull up with this crumbs. And let me help Carnival Cruise. Y'all need to take that drop down for the pay-as-you-go off y'all screen, because this pay-as-you-go stuff is diminishing y'all's brand.
We abusing the privilege, man.
Right.
They up there, they done turned Carnival Cruise into Soul Boat. Like Soul Play. It's Soul Boat. Man, black folks that messed up the Carnival Cruise Line brand. White folks scared to go. Like half the black people scared to go.
Right. They put
I mean, you'll get some black people like you and I.
Right.
And we'll try to go, right? And then they'll start clowning. And we'll be like, well, forget it then.
I ain't going. Right.
I know. I'm clowning too.
Right. It's like we get sucked into the mayhem.
Let me tell you what happened to me on the boat, right? Back in 2015, when the Trump hate was high. It was 2015 going to 2016. I went on a cruise, right? So I said, I'm going to have a disguise when I get on the cruise.
Okay.
I shaved off my mustache, beard, and sideburns. Wow. I had some sunglasses on and a hat, right?
Wow.
And you know, black folks still got that radar.
Yeah. Oh, that's him.
Some black woman come up to me, hey, you that dude, you that black guy to be with Trump. She come up there with her husband. You that black guy to be with Trump, ain't you? And I said, you know what I said, James?
What'd you say?
No comprende. I swear, it's the God out of the truth. I look, no comprende. And her husband was like, see, girl, I told you that ain't him. I'm like, no comprende. Because I got the sunglasses on and shit. Right. I'm a Hispanic. I'm a Puerto Rican.
Right. You can pass for Blaxican.
No comprende.
And she bought it, too. You know what I'm saying? Get that crap up off of me. You better get out my face.
I'm in full disguise. They got recognized anyway.
That's funny.
So anyway, this is what happens with stuff. This is why Carnival Cruise Line is the way it is. And us people, all black people aren't in agreement with this stuff. Watch this.
Now, we got a lot of things, a lot of racism going on in the world right now. Who's more racist, black people or white people? Black people. You know why? Because we hate black people, too. Everything white people don't like about black people really don't like about black people. There's some going on with black people right now. There's like a civil war going on with black people. And there's two sides. It's black people
mess it all up.
Thank you. And I'm the first one to say I ain't with them. I ain't part of them. Don't be trying to classify me in with them. I'm over here. I'm black.
And you the sellout.
And I'm the sellout. I'm the Sambo because I ain't them.
Speaking of African American stuff,
okay.
Here we got a case of an African American that don't want to pay his baby mama child support. I mean, yeah, watch this.
I've decided to start a podcast. Also, I'm getting evicted.
Ashley Sinclair revealing life's taken a turn amid her custody battle with Elon Musk. Telling fans August 18th on X, she's recalibrating career goals for the sake of their 1-year-old son, Romulus.
Well, after a year of unplanned career suicide, many questionable life choices, and a gap in my LinkedIn profile that cannot legally be explained, I've decided to start a podcast. Not because anybody asked, but because, statistically speaking, it was either this or join an MLM. So here we are.
This coming after the conservative influencer claimed Elon, who's yet to confirm he's the father of Ashley's son, recently cut back on promised payments. The tech giant posting on his platform in March, "I don't know if the child is mine or not, but I am not against finding out. No court order is needed. Despite not knowing for sure, I have given Ashley $2.5 million and am sending her $500,000 a year."
Consider everything out of my mouth a cautionary tale. Also, I'm getting evicted.
She's sitting there says she's about to get evicted. She's broke.
Wow.
Elon ain't signing the birth certificate. Oh, you're African American, all right.
He got some African tendencies. Walking off and doing his own thing. Got all that bread, man. Handle your responsibilities, Elon. Got this woman out here evicted doing some podcast that nobody gonna watch. That's sad.
You know who's glad about this though?
Who?
Ron DeSantis. Remember she was the one with them boots on, heckling him. He like, right. See, that's what you get.
That's right. Now he eat the popcorn, looking at her, get ready to be
now
evicted.
she out there. She thought she hit the home run. I'm gonna have a baby by the doggone richest dad in the world. Yeah, the richest dad in the world. All right, now it's time for our SmackDown of the Week. SmackDown of the Week goes to this clown that I tried to tell y'all about, and y'all want to fight me over it, Tucker Carlson. He recently had a guy on there. His true colors are coming out. Him and Candace cut from the same cloth. Look at this dude he just had on there with him, and watch what they said.
I think the story we got about World War II is all wrong. Actually.
I think that's right.
And then I read about FDR, and FDR's right-hand man was a Soviet spy.
Certainly was.
Right? And therefore...
Confirmed.
We should have been... One can make the argument we should have sided with Hitler and fought Stalin.
Now Tucker Carlson is letting it all out. Since I'm not on network TV anymore, he's saying we should have sided with Hitler. And I knew that. They said he was a Nazi, racist, anti-Semite. Now he's saying we should have sided with Hitler in World War II. He's got a guy on there saying that. He's platforming him and agreeing with him. Come on, James.
Hitler would have taken over the entire English-speaking world, the French-speaking world. All of Europe would be under a German flag right now. It would be East Berlin ubiquitous. So, again, he's like you say, he's showing his colors right now, and his pea in the pod is Candy Owens. Clapping him is like clapping her almost, because now they both have this marriage of anti-Semitism and the rest of it. The state, we can't be supporting the state of Israel like it's some religion. Blah blah. Read your Bible that you supposedly say you're a Christian of, but now your true colors is showing, Tucker.
Don't understand how a man could out of his mouth say maybe we should have sided with Hitler when all this secret information that they have. Any information that you have, you read somewhere.
Right.
And just because you read it doesn't mean it's right.
Right.
You clown. So Tucker, 1, 3, James, 1, 2, 3, we smack you down. I said he was a racist, and now you want to get mad at me. I said he was a clown. I said he sucked. I said I didn't like him. And everybody acted like something was wrong with me. But once again, my prophecies rang true. I said he wasn't crap. I said Candace wasn't crap. I said both of them were full of crap. And y'all want to get mad at me. And I'm one of them I told you so ninjas.
Yes.
I don't mind singing it till the cows come home.
Thank you. But again, with this spurious history, this revisionist history, all this stuff that they want to come out with to keep eyeballs on their podcast, but they just tell the regular story like it's supposed to be told. Ain't nobody watching the crap. So now we see what he is. Like you said, racist, anti-Semite, and just got a foolish prism on what life should be. You talking about siding with Hitler? You got to be crazy. A maniac that killed and exterminated Jews. Insane.
Not only Jews, gypsies, homosexuals,
Yes,
and
all
blacks,
of it.
everybody. So, hey, man, we smack it out, Tucker,
Yeah,
and we
give it
running
smack.
out of time. We got to go. Wait, Trump said he was kooky. He is a kook. We smack that kook down. All right, we'll be back next week. Same smack time, same smack network. On behalf of James Bobblehead, I'm Darrell Scott, and I am out. See ya.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm. Please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger. This is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-854-0295.
Welcome to Real America's Pop Culture with your host, Adrian Gray.
Tonight on Real America's Pop Culture, we're breaking down the stories, the biggest ones in politics, pop culture, and everything in between. From Hollywood headlines to DC drama, we've got the stories that matter most to patriots like you. And of course, the latest on President Trump. All this and more coming up right now on Real America's Pop Culture.
Rev family, it's time for Real America's Pop Culture.
Are you ready?
We're taking you places Hollywood would never go.
Let's make pop culture interesting again.
This is where Hollywood meets the heartland. Big name stars, real conversations, and no compromise.
I actually don't know anyone who's happy and has children.
That's simply not true.
We're talking to everyone, left, right,
and everyone in between.
We're taking you behind the scenes to show you real pop culture.
My way.
Big names, bold takes,
and zero filter.
Real America's Pop Culture with your host, Adrian Gray, starts right now.
This is Real America's Pop Culture. Welcome to Real America's Pop Culture. I'm your host, Adrian Gray, and first up, Gina Carano wins big against Disney. Dean Cain joins ICE. Jimmy Kimmel slams woke Dems. Instagram launches maps, and sororities prove that patriotism is cool again. All that and more. Joining me this week, I have political commentator Liz Beneshu. So let's get right into it and see what's poppin'. This is What's Poppin'. All right, Liz, welcome to the show. I want to get right into it, and we'll start with our first story about Gina Carano. So she's officially settled her lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm after claiming she was fired from The Mandalorian in 2021 for her right-wing social media posts. The star argued she was targeted for her political beliefs, sparking a years-long free speech battle. Rob Schneider celebrated the win, saying woke is dead. And details of the settlement haven't been made public, but supporters are calling it a major victory. So, Liz, I want to get into this. So 2021 to me was also part of the PTSD years. Like, it's very foggy for me, and it was like a wild ride. And I can't believe it's gone on this long. So I feel like she was kind of the first outlaw in Hollywood. I know you're out there in California, but what are your thoughts on this?
There are so many people in Hollywood who reach out to me, like my posts, and they all want to kind of come out and speak their truth when it comes to, their right-wing views, which in Hollywood is just so extreme. And now I think Gina Carano has kind of opened up that floodgate. I think you're going to see a lot more celebrities who are now open and out about who they really are. I think this is an amazing thing for Hollywood. Again, so many people in Hollywood they really want to say how they truly feel, and they felt so stifled by the industry and by the woke agenda to kind of just go with, the status quo of, well, you have to be a leftist, you have to believe that there are 55 genders, and this is great for everyone in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, it still baffles me how this happened in like a movie called Star Wars The Mandalorian. I mean, I don't know how we got there, but anyway, I digress. Let's move on to Jimmy Kimmel, because he's making waves, and not the kind his fan base will love. On a podcast with Sarah Silverman, the late night host slammed repulsive woke Democrats, calling the far left going too far. And it's a rare moment, when Hollywood eats its own. I love it. And his audience isn't going to like it, though. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this clip.
It's not the party. It's not the majority. It's the loud voices that scare people from saying what they believe and make you think twice about a joke or whatever, these things. And, a lot of their points are valid, but a lot of them are also just repulsive. And I mean, they repel people from, they go like, oh, you're no fun. I don't want to be around you. And I think that if you had to boil it down to like one thing, that's kind of what it is. It's like, oh, you're no fun. I don't want to be part of your group.
Wow, so this is crazy to me, and I think it's more insane because you had President Trump go out and talk about a bunch of the statistics of the late night hosts, and Colbert, who's been canceled, his ratings were better than some of these others. So my question to you is, does Jimmy Kimmel see the writing on the wall? Is he starting to say, ooh, I might get canceled here? What's going on? Because this is clearly not his normal shtick.
No, I think Jimmy Kimmel is seeing what happened with Colbert. He's seeing what happened with Howard Stern. He's seeing what's probably going to happen with The View. And he is trying to save face. He wants to really make sure that he is not out of a job. He's seeing the way America is now shifting, especially after, the Sydney Sweeney ad, and seeing how the the sales skyrocketed for American Eagle. He's seeing how the ratings went up when Gutfeld was on. Well, it was on his show, right?
Very good point.
Yeah, he's really trying to save face.
Yeah, I agree. And the Gutfeld thing, too, I saw that the other day, and I was like, well, they're trying to do something here. I guess they're old friends, but we'll see. But moving on to another movie hero star, I want to talk about Dean Cain. So he's obviously best known as TV Superman. He's just announced that he's joining ICE. Let's take a look.
So now I've spoken with some officials over at ICE, and I will be sworn in as an ICE agent ASAP. So they'll have 80,001 recruits for their 10,000 positions.
Well, they can't have a better guy than Dean Cain. Are you going to be hopping out of ICE fans and apprehending guys?
I will do whatever Director Lyons wants me to do. If that's what it takes, absolutely. I somehow doubt I'll be in that position, but I would be there in a heartbeat. These brave men and women need someone to stand up for them. So rarely, these days are we seeing that. Someone like Daniel Penny stands up. He gets vilified. Dan Bongino steps up, gives up $5 million a year, and goes and takes his position at the FBI. This is the kind of thing where people have to step up. I'm stepping up. Hopefully, a whole bunch of other former officers, former ICE agents will step up, and we'll meet those recruitment goals immediately, and we'll help protect this country.
All right, so he says he'll be sworn in ASAP, and he's urging other Americans to serve their country as well. This move comes days after DHS Secretary Kristi Noem called on citizens to get involved. So Kane's decision is already making waves in Hollywood and politics. I want to say, obviously, I love this. Like, he's getting ready to save America, very on brand for him. This is very MAGA coded. But what are your thoughts on this and him coming forward saying that he's joining ICE?
Again, I think it's just the shift that we're now seeing in Hollywood and America. I think people really want to take America back. We have seen it be destroyed for the past 4 years. Living in Los Angeles, growing up there, I've seen it get so bad. It used to be a wonderful, amazing place, and now it's crime-ridden. It's very difficult to be around, and we are sick of it. So I think this is another great move for Hollywood. I think it's going to bring more people out and be less afraid to be their own superheroes or America's superheroes.
Absolutely. I couldn't have even written this script. It's so good, but here we are. So let's move on to something a little bit more weird. All right, so Instagram just launched a new feature called Instagram Maps, and I know you've seen this. So it lets users share their location in real time with friends. It's turned off by default, but it lets you hide your location from certain people or places. Meta says it's meant to help connect friends, but privacy advocates obviously are sounding the alarm. To me, this is creepy, weird, and I don't find it necessary, but I want to know, their intention may be to connect people, take them off the apps and put them in real life. Like, I get that. But I feel like this is odd. How are your feelings about this? And is your location turned on?
You know what? I haven't even seen it on my thing yet. So I would not have my location on. My thoughts on this is I actually think it's more about branding. I think it's going to be more to target people in terms of like sales and stuff. So if they see that they're going to specific restaurants, going near specific stores, that's what I really think it's going to be used for. I also think it's just very creepy in general. Like I have my Find My Friends just so people kind of know where I am for safety reasons on my iPhone. I probably shouldn't, but I think Instagram, I think it's completely unnecessary.
Yeah. Let's move on to another unnecessary story, because I keep getting flack for talking about Bill Maher on my show, but you guys, he's literally red pilling every week. So until he comes out full MAGA, I'm going to keep covering, because honestly, I'm liking what he's saying. So on Real Time with Bill Maher, Stephen Smith reacted to a poll showing that 0% of black voters would support Pete Buttigieg. So Bill Maher was stunned by the numbers, but Stephen Smith gave a blunt explanation. He argued that he has failed to connect with black communities, and the moment has since gone viral. So I really want you to take a look at this clip.
Black voters, 0. 0. You don't usually see 0 anywhere. 0's low. For who? What is this? For Buttigieg. Explain that. I mean, why do black voters have this? I mean, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's under-indexing a little bit with black voters, yeah.
A little. What is that all about?
He doesn't move us. I respect the man. I've interviewed him before. Very nice man, highly intelligent. But you gotta be able to move us, bro. He doesn't move us. You can speculate as to why that is. I'm not going there. He doesn't move us.
All right, so he's not moving them. I get it. Maybe perhaps our Pete would move him, Pete Hegseth. But so, again, I feel like Bill Maher's coming out party is just around the corner. Perhaps 6 months, we're going to have a full MAGA party. But what are your thoughts on this and, the whole idea that he's not moving people?
I think a lot of people think of the black community in a certain way, and I think it's the way that Hollywood has kind of been portraying them for the past several years. But a lot of people don't realize that the majority of the black community, they're churchgoers, they're family people. They're not really going to resonate with, and I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but it's just not really going to resonate with them. And I think that that's kind of going to be his big downfall.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think that's the main reason as well. But I wanted to thank you for coming on. Stick with us because you're going to be with us in the group chat. And so we'll be right back. We're going to be moving on to the brief. So we'll get to the core of some hot topics and you won't want to miss it. So we'll be right back.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing. There's no chemicals in it. It's just steam. This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
5 minutes, I'm done. Look at that, it's amazing.
If you're ready to step into an effective, economical, and eco-safe world of cleaning, look no further than the H2O X5. Using just the power of superheated water, the X5 Super Hot Steam cleans and kills up to 99% of germs, viruses, and bacteria. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. But through this special TV offer, you won't spend $400, $300, or even $200. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. You'll get the X5 steam mop with microfiber pad, the carpet glider, the handheld scrubber, the window glass and mirror attachment, and the garment and upholstery bonnet. It's a complete 10-piece system, all this for just 4 easy payments of $43. But it gets even better. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. If after 30 days you're not absolutely delighted, send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. Don't wait. Now's your chance to own the X5 for just 4 easy payments, and we'll make the first payment for you. You get the X5 incredible 5-in-1 lightweight, powerful 12-piece steam cleaning system, a $500 value, all for just 3 easy payments of $43. This offer can't last forever, so call or click right now.
Welcome to the brief. Welcome back to Real America's Pop Culture. It's time for the brief with comedian Bobby Sauce. So, Bobby, welcome to Real America's Pop Culture. Let's get right into it. Old marketing videos are resurfacing, showing a hospital, Boston Children's, promoting puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeons on healthy minors. And they were proud of it. And thanks to an ex-user, the receipts are now back in circulation. And they're trying to scrub the evidence, but the internet never forgets. As you know, there's a footprint. So let's take a look at some of these disturbing clips.
Gender-affirming hysterectomy is very similar to most hysterectomies that occur. A hysterectomy itself is the removal of the uterus, the cervix, which is the opening of the uterus, and the fallopian tubes, which are attached to the sides of the uterus. Some gender-affirming hysterectomies will also include the removal of the ovaries.
I love talking about what it means to be non-binary. I'm non-binary, and so I use they, them, their pronouns. So when we think about non-binary, really what we're talking about is people of a variety of gender-diverse identities that are outside of the typical traditional gender binary. Man and woman is typically what we think about as the gender binary. So non-binary folks are those of us who live within that, outside of that, beyond it, and essentially transcend it in some way. So it might be folks that feel like they're a combination of masculine and feminine, or that they're entirely outside of that construct or that context altogether.
All right, so I have a few things with this. One, it's like they're speaking another language. This certainly isn't English. I mean, I couldn't even follow the video. It's also very vile. I can't believe these people are like proud to go to work if this is what they're doing. This is the work they're doing. And third, to me, this screams surgeries for profit. This does under the guise of we're helping children live their one true self life. So can you weigh in on this, because I'm clearly disturbed?
Well, the psychologist or whatever, the one that was at the end there, it's so funny.
you can create yourself, you can place yourself into a supposedly oppressed class by just willing it into existence. You can just decide, well, I'm a they, them now, and now you could put the camera on me, and I could educate you about this thing that you don't understand that wasn't a thing until 5 minutes ago. So it's like you can place yourself into this kind of like a victimhood mentality, or this victimhood position that makes you different than other people just by decree. And look, I'm not all that concerned with people manipulating their bodies as adults. I think it's sad. I think it's a lot of mental issues, and you're trying to physically solve something that really is inherently mental. But the biggest problem of all of it is when they do this to kids. And I think that's what all of us had a problem with primarily, is that this was being pushed on kids under 18, making decisions that are going to manipulate their body for the rest of their life and are irreversible. And the fact that they're profiting on top of that, on top of already doing demon type work, I think is so troubling. And it's just funny watching them talk about it as if they're somehow virtuous over like light piano music. It's really dark and sad, and I think it's a mental problem. But at the very least, I'd like to see it removed for kids. I think that's the most basic thing any rational human could want.
Absolutely. I feel like everyone should rally behind that. So I bring this up because the next story I want to share with you is just as disturbing. So Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she's working to legalize sex changes for minors at the national level. So just days after President Trump signed an order protecting children from chemical and surgical mutilation, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt called it disgusting and accused Democrats of leaning in on child mutilation. So Pelosi even pointed out that the trans flag that's flying outside of her door on the daily, let's look at this clip, but she's obsessed.
I don't know what effect we can have nationally with what we have going on in the White House and in the Congress. It's really very sad. If you were there, outside our door, we have a trans flag. Outside of our door in the Congressional Office Building, we have the trans flag, as do some of our other colleagues. But that view is not necessarily shared by people on the other side of the aisle.
The obsession is insane. And I think, we'll see in history that there's a 3-year period where people are just obsessed with this transgender issue. I don't know what it is, but, her having to, specifically talk about the flag that's outside of her building, I mean, she fully can't relate to this issue, but the obsession is crazy. So what do you think it is, and why do you think this is such a big issue that we seriously have to talk about all day, every day in the media?
Well, when you think about how dirty the game of politics is, and how filthy it is, and who they're willing to stab in the back, who they're willing to grift off of, what they're willing to lie about, it's like when you think of politics, Nancy Pelosi is politics. It's like this human being, allegedly human being, I'm going to say maybe lizard, but anyways, when you think about this person, this thing, this is the embodiment of everything politics has to offer, which means that they will say and do absolutely anything to advance whatever they need to advance. They will lie, they will cheat, they will steal, they will manipulate people, they will allow people to hurt themselves. She doesn't care about supposedly trans kids in the same way that she didn't care about George Floyd. They saw an opportunity to advance an agenda, to get a little bit of attention, to supposedly gain some fake, empathetic, supposed brownie points, and they're seizing on it. The fact that it's trans kids, she doesn't care. It's like if you were a non-empathetic demon type, you would lie about anything and everything no matter what it was. And it's like, if you're going to kneel in the Capitol Rotunda with the likes of Chuck Schumer, also highly probable lizard, you're going to kneel down in the Capitol Rotunda with like a kente cloth for George Floyd when that has absolutely nothing to do with anything, and allow that to be videoed. It's like you don't care about anything other than pretending that you care about things enough to get your agenda advanced. She doesn't care about the kids. She doesn't care about who's being manipulated. She is politics. She is the embodiment of the swamp. That's why they're talking about it.
That is, I couldn't agree with you more. And so moving on to someone who knows he is a man, so opposite of this conversation, Pete Hegseth. So he says it's time to get back to basics in the military, starting with tough, no-nonsense basic training. He blames politically correct standards for weakening our forces and says how we start determines how we finish the fight. So for me, look, we know that military recruitment is way up. Strength is back in. Masculinity is back in. I don't know how we can be the strongest nation in the world if we don't have those physical fitness tests going up and all the requirements and standards. So what are your thoughts on this? And do you support him putting this up front?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that kind of like one of the basic ideals of conservatism just in general is that the simplest things have worked, and what's worked for thousands of years will work into the future. You know, focusing on basic training as opposed to, I think it was Mark Milley that was like, I want my force to read about white fragility or whatever it was and learn about that. It's like, you need to just go back to the basics. It's almost like in reality, the real thing that works is like Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. It's like when Sylvester Stallone needed to train for his fight, he goes in the woods and chops wood and does pull-ups and hikes through the snow. And it's like the most technologically advanced guy that's training with all the technology and running with the masks on or whatever else, it's like doesn't do as well as the guy that's just chopping wood out in the forest. It reminds me of like when I played football in high school. We lifted heavy, dusty, disgusting weights in a terrible weight room that was not hygienic. When they put in a brand new gym, the kids became a little bit softer. Sometimes the basics is what you need to make the most efficient fighting force. And getting rid of all the distraction is what is absolutely necessary to make the most efficient of anything. And I think the military is definitely the best place for that to happen. So I'm happy that he's doing this. I think it's more than obvious to any rational person that this is what needs to happen. So good on Pete for it.
Yeah, and obviously, and the numbers are up. So another person that I want to talk to that aligns with the strength is Governor Ron DeSantis. So he's taking aim at property taxes, saying that they should be abolished everywhere. So calling them an unfair burden on American homeowners. DeSantis is positioning himself as the anti-tax crusader going into the election season. So let's take a look at what he said.
I bought it in 2018. I'm like, you've made a lot of money off that property since then because the values have gone up. And while there's good for that because people that own it have more equity and have more wealth, you know, the reality is if they're going to come tell you your house is worth twice as much than what you purchased it and you got to pay higher taxes as a result, that's a negative of having rising property values. And it's an unrealized gain. You sell your house, it's one thing on a transaction for someone to say to tax, like a sales tax, but to say you're just enjoying property and all of a sudden the value, so you have to pony up. We don't really do that in anything else. I mean, you buy a stock, you hold it, and then you're taxed when you sell it. The stock doubles. They don't just tax you as you hold it. So unrealized gains is not the way you want to run a tax system, but our property tax system basically relies on these unrealized gains. So we're going to work hard to provide relief, but ultimately we can't, as elected leaders, deliver the relief without the voters approving it at the ballot box. And so just get ready. You're going to have an opportunity to do that.
All right, so you gotta love Florida, right? I know you're a Florida resident, and I love that they just, put things out there that kind of make sense, kind of common sense to me. But what is your take on this? Could it work?
I absolutely think it could work. I think there's no question about that. America doesn't have a taxation problem. It has a reckless spending and squandering problem. It's like the difference between having a successful government and not is not how much money that they can extract out of us and, they need more. They need the billionaires to pay their fair share. That's not the case. It's because they recklessly spend. The thing about Ron DeSantis that's so amazing is that he's a super, super smart guy. And what he said right there is something that I've heard almost no other politician mention ever, which is you are getting taxed on an unrealized gain, which is an incredibly important point. And it almost makes you seem like, how did they even get this to be approved in the first place? The sad thing about Ron DeSantis, which is why I liked him when he was running for president, and a lot of people gave me a lot of pushback for it, is that it's hard for him to be likable. It's hard for him to market himself and deliver the message in such a way. But he is a great statesman, and he's a highly intelligent guy that if you understand the substance of what he's saying, you realize how great he actually is at his job. Of all the politicians we have and all the Republicans and all the free speech advocates and everybody else, I don't think I've ever heard anybody ever suggest this. And he's 100% right. You are being taxed on an unrealized gain. I really hope that he can pull it off. And if he can get it on the ballot, I know the people of Florida will certainly elect to have it taken away. So good on him. I wish we could have more people like him.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I'm in favor. So, Bobby, stay with us for group chat later in the show. We'll be right back. But up next, we talk to a tried and true Made in America patriot. So we will be right back.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and in bookstores across the country. We'll even help you promote your book. That's right, we do all this for you. Biography, self-help, mystery, novels, sci-fi, even a children's book. No matter what genre, Page Publishing can bring your book to life. Call today for your free author submission kit and find out how you can be the next published author at Page Publishing.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257. That's 800-319-0257, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. 5 minutes, I'm done. Look at that, it's amazing.
If you're ready to step into an effective, economical, and eco-safe world of cleaning, look no further than the H2O X5. Using just the power of superheated water, the X5 Super Hot Steam cleans and kills up to 99% of germs, viruses, and bacteria. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. But through this special TV offer, you won't spend $400, $300, or even $200. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. You'll get the X5 steam mop with microfiber pad, the carpet glider, the handheld scrubber, the window glass and mirror attachment, and the garment and upholstery bonnet. It's a complete 10-piece system, all this for just 4 easy payments of $43. But it gets even better. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. If after 30 days you're not absolutely delighted, send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. Don't wait. Now's your chance to own the X5 for just 4 easy payments, and we'll make the first payment for you. You get the X5 incredible 5-in-1 lightweight, powerful 12-piece steam cleaning system, a $500 value, all for just 3 easy payments of $43. This offer can't last forever, so call or click right now.
This is Made in America.
Our next guest knows a thing or two about taking on the woke mob and calling out media bias. Justine Brooke Murray is a political commentator and video host for the Media Research Center, regularly bringing the facts to national TV. So she even served in the White House during President Trump's first administration. Let's welcome Justine to the show. Hi, Justine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely. I'm great. I want to dive right in and start with the burning question. You were a White House alum. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that was like working with President Trump?
Yes, certainly. So I was an intern. So even as an intern, they had us do so many things, so many activities every day. I actually worked on the college campus front. And this was an idea that I had pitched as an intern. We wanted to gather up a lot of professors who were being persecuted for their beliefs. This was back in 2020. So it was the last couple of months of the Trump administration. And this was right after the BLM mob. They actually made lists of professors to dox, to harass, to try to get universities to fire. That picture right there was me standing with the president as he signed an executive order defending campus free speech. Universities who were caught censoring professors and students, they will lose their federal funding. And that remains true today. And I compiled a list of professors who were being persecuted the most. I sent it over to my bosses, and we actually had a meeting. It was at the Department of Education. I was there. It was this ribbon cutting for a hotline. So if you're being discriminated against for your views on campus, you can call this hotline and the university would be investigated.
That sounds like some incredible work. And I know that I have a couple friends that also worked in the administration, and they all said that, again, when you get into a conversation with President Trump, he's locked in. He wants to know your stance, no matter who you are, whether you're an intern or a seasoned vet there. So was that your experience as well?
Certainly. He's a New Yorker. He's one of us. And what I love about this administration, and actually it's something that my parents, who are native New Jerseyans, noticed, is that he speaks so casually. And everyone else in the administration, they don't use this flowery, elitist language. They just get to the point. We're not going to call bums on the street who are harassing women in New York or in DC. We're not going to call them, confused persons. We're going to call them out for what they're doing. We're going to call people out who are committing crimes. We're going to call illegal aliens out for what they're doing, sex trafficking women, doing the most disgusting deeds that you could even think of. And we're going to put their faces on the lawn of the White House. We're not going to kind of tiptoe around it or walk on eggshells to not offend the worst kind of people who have come into our country illegally and committed crimes.
Absolutely. I think the marketing is so different this time around. I also think with the new media that they're giving opportunities to so many people, I think that's a new look, and I like that as well. I want to ask you sort of a tough question. So you worked in the administration, but what are your thoughts on the Epstein list? Like, do you have more thoughts on Pam Bondi? Will we ever see the list? I know on the right, as you probably know, this is a controversial issue. Some people want the list. They will not sleep until they get the list. Other people feel, it doesn't affect my day-to-day. Is it great? No. But what's your take on all of this?
We need to see the list. But I think the legacy media and even social media outlets who claim to be new media, they're using this as a distraction. How come President Biden, if there's a list, how come President Biden never released it? Now suddenly leftists care about the Epstein list, suddenly care, and they're blaming Trump for not releasing it when they were the ones who kind of like shoved it under the rug for all of these years. If all these conservatives were on that list, if they were all committing these horrible crimes too, then how come President Biden never released it? How come the legacy media never pressured him to release it when he was in office? Because if President Trump is on that list and all these conservatives who we're told we're supposed to hate and we're supposed to see equally as sex offenders, or allegedly, then how come they didn't release the list when they were in office? And we know all they wanted to do was condemn President Trump. President Biden, all he wanted to do was to use the justice system to go after his political opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. And I think people, I get wanting to push for justice. With Ghislaine Maxwell in prison, is she changing locations? We don't know. Maybe she is. Is she getting a pardon? We hope not. I feel like someone's got to go down. If we're not getting a list and she's, going to get off, that doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. I don't think it's going to work for anyone else. I don't know if you have thoughts on that, but I'd like to move on to the Democrats a little bit here, because I want to get your take on why they're holding so strong to their woke ideology. I mean, we're seeing this time and time again all day in the media. America has shown in the culture in more ways than not, and with politicians literally stepping away from their own party, saying that they have no faith in it. Why are they still sticking to their guns and pushing the woke ideology forward and thinking that it's going to work?
They think that banging their head against a wall 3 times will give them the same results that has not come into fruition. But I also believe that it has to do with the fact that for at least 4 years, actually, then even more, started out before BLM, they were told that whatever they said, their woke ideology was the thing that went. It was adopted by the legacy media. It was adopted in our entertainment industry. Corporate wokeness ran amok. If you weren't woke, if you didn't believe that men could become women, you were fired from your jobs. You were canceled. Cancel culture was something, it was a monster created by the left. And they thought that would continue. They never thought that people would actually wake up. They never thought that the pendulum could swing. And the pendulum always swings. That's why you after a Republican administration, maybe you'll get a Democrat president, or after a Democrat administration, you'll get a Republican president. But they thought that whatever they said was the law of the land. And they really tried to beat this ideology into our heads for so long, hoping that people wouldn't wake up. But it actually had the opposite effect. It caused people to get fed up that the Overton window of thought was closing so far to the point you couldn't even say anything. People don't like that. It pushed a lot of people to the center. You spoke about Bill Maher on your show. Bill Maher, someone who we saw as an extreme Democrat just a couple of years ago. Now he's being viewed as this extremist simply because he believes in free speech.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know if you saw earlier in the show, but I'm planning his coming out party. Like, we are very close to becoming MAGA, and I'm going to be first in line throwing the party. So this is an open invitation. If he is watching, please come on my show. Would love to have you. I get a lot of flack for talking about him, but literally, he's going out. Ever since he met with President Trump, they had a dinner. Listen, he's red pilling, and there's no other way to say it. So I want to thank you for coming on. We're going to have you back at the end of the show with group chat with the rest of our guests. Coming up, we take a look at what our favorite president has been up to in the last week in Tracking Trump.
He became one of the world's greatest leaders. He changed the course of history. Now, Lech Walesa, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, is coming to North America on his first ever Grand Lecture Tour. Be part of this historic event. Meet the global leader live on stage as he takes you behind the scenes of history's greatest turning points and the greatest challenges of our time. Join the conversation that will shape our future. Register now at historyexplorer.com.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm. Please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger. This is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-854-0295.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
This is Tracking Trump.
Welcome back to Real America's Pop Culture. We're tracking Trump, and spoiler alert, he was very busy this week. So President Trump has announced a new White House task force to prepare for the 2028 Summer Games in LA. He says the mission is to showcase American strength, ensure secure borders, and provide world-class transportation for athletes and visitors. Trump will personally chair the task force with the vice president serving as vice chair. The Department of Homeland Security will handle funding and support. Trump posted a message of gratitude to Casey Wasserman, the chairman of the 2028 LA Olympics, and he praised his leadership and said the Games will be a world-class event. Trump administration is pushing to make the U.S. the world leader in artificial intelligence. Director Michael Kratsios outlined plans to block biased AI, expand data centers, and export American AI tech to allies. The White House compares the AI race to the space race, calling it a defining moment for U.S. leadership. And President Trump is also threatening to take federal control of Washington, D.C. if local crime is not brought under control. He blasted the city's totally out of control violence and says minors should be treated as adults starting at age 14. He promised to make the city safe, clean, and beautiful again. Speaking from somebody who resides in D.C., I am very happy to see this going on. In a CNBC interview, President Trump highlighted what he calls massive victories during his second term so far. He pointed to economic growth, fair trade deals, and restoring public safety as his biggest achievements. Trump says it's only the beginning of what's to come. On Truth Social, President Trump said the Democrat Party is filled with low IQ people and is collapsing from within. He claims their policies and leadership are driving away voters faster than ever. I think when we look at Nancy Pelosi and Jasmine Crockett, we can see that the ship is sinking. It's in full mutiny. So President Trump also took direct aim at late night television, slamming hosts like Stephen Colbert as having no talent. He claimed he could go outside on the beautiful streets and find people who do just as well, if not better, and even pull higher ratings. The comments come as Trump continues to criticize politically charged, low-rated late-night programming. Let's take a look at this clip.
Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here. I could go outside on the beautiful streets and pick up a couple of people that do just as well or better. They get higher ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that. Howard Stern is a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show, used to have fun, but I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
Yeah, they're going to separate ways because I think what they're offering salary-wise is real low than what he's getting.
You know when he went down?
Whenever you want.
You know when he went down? No, before. When he endorsed Hillary Clinton, he lost his audience.
Right.
People said, give me a break. He went down when he endorsed Hillary Clinton.
So you know who has a great late night show, and I'm just going to say it, you guys, my show. And it's getting really great ratings because of you guys. So thank you for your support. So also from the White House roof, President Trump addressed criticism over recent and planned changes to the White House, especially the aesthetic ones, assuring the public that anything I do is financed by me. He compared it to his presidential salary, which, by the way, he also donates, saying taxpayers don't have anything to worry about. The comment comes amid buzz about his Lux renovation ideas. Let's listen here.
Anything I do is financed by me, so you don't have to worry, it's contributed. Just like my salary is contributed, but nobody ever mentions that. Are you going to add another medal?
President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin this past Friday, August 15th, in Alaska. The highly anticipated summit drew global attention, with many watching for clues on U.S.-Russia relations in his second term. Before the meeting, Trump described the location as the great state of Alaska. The meeting marked one of the most significant face-to-face engagements between the two leaders since his return to office. President Trump teed up another victory, winning both the Senior Club Championship and the Super Senior Club Championship at his beloved Bedminster Golf Club. He sealed the weekend with a clutch putt, adding another trophy to his growing golf resume. Supporters say it's just another example of Trump's competitive edge. And of course, let's take a look at this great putt that Team Trump posted this week. You absolutely gotta love it. That was amazing. So I also want to say that President Trump also played golf this weekend at Trump National Golf Club in Washington, D.C. with CIA Director Radcliffe, Senator Lindsey Graham, and Trey Gowdy. And believe it or not, guys, of course, I was there. So I did say hello. All right, so coming up on Real America's Pop Culture, we have the last word on some outrageous stories this week in the group chat. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5. It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. 5 minutes, I'm done. Look at that, it's amazing.
If you're ready to step into an effective, economical, and eco-safe world of cleaning, look no further than the H2O X5. Using just the power of superheated water, the X5 Super Hot Steam cleans and kills up to 99% of germs, viruses, and bacteria. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. But through this special TV offer, you won't spend $400, $300, or even $200. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. You'll get the X5 steam mop with microfiber pad, the carpet glider, the handheld scrubber, the window glass and mirror attachment, and the garment and upholstery bonnet. It's a complete 10-piece system, all this for just 4 easy payments of $43. But it gets even better. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. If after 30 days you're not absolutely delighted, send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. Don't wait. Now's your chance to own the X5 for just 4 easy payments, and we'll make the first payment for you. You get the X5 incredible 5-in-1 lightweight, powerful 12-piece steam cleaning system, a $500 value, all for just 3 easy payments of $43. This offer can't last forever, so call or click right now.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the new Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-size hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Call or go online now to get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copperhead today for only $29.99. Order right now and get our 10-pattern thumb drive spray nozzle free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. There is a strict limit of 3 per order, so don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-956-8517 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-956-8517 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.
Hello?
Welcome to Group Chat.
Welcome to Group Chat. I have Liz, Bobby, and Justine back, and this is where we dive into stories that have everyone talking. It's the unfiltered, unplugged, and often unhinged conversations you'd hear if you were sitting right with us. So let's get right into it. So there's a clip circulating online, and it may hold the answer, but it's not flattering for the left. Social media is having a field day over this, suggesting that years of anti-male rhetoric are finally catching up to them. So let's take a look at this ridiculous clip.
Chelsea's mom has got it going on. 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 Chelsea, do you remember back in 93? 93. Your mom was quite the first lady. I think you'd agree.
All right, so it's giving white dudes for Harris vibes. It's very odd and weird, but I want to get your guys' take on why this was and is and always will be a flop. So let's start with Justine. What's your take?
It's so forced. These are a bunch of theater kids, outgrown theater kids. I know because I was one of them. They were never cool, not even among their own party, not even among people who were on the left. And yet they're trying to be relatable. They're trying so hard. Just stop trying. The more they try to be relatable, the more they distance themselves from the left, from the rest of us.
Absolutely. So, Bobby, I'm dying for your take on this.
Well, I think that Hillary is like an unrelatable, crusty, demon-adjacent type person. It's no wonder that she lost. But I bet these guys didn't even care about politics, didn't know anything about it anyways. So just like Justine said, they don't even probably know what they're talking about. They're aged-out theater kids. They probably just collected a check and sang their stupid song. And obviously it didn't work because she was a serpent. So no surprises there.
Liz, so I want to get your take. I feel like this video is the epitome of unmasculine. So obviously, the GOP, we're thriving with the masculinity. Do you think that if they continue to go down this track and continue to release videos like this, have the white dudes for Harris, they will ever get anyone with any testosterone on board?
Absolutely not. I mean, this is just so ridiculous. These are the type of men that go on dating apps and call themselves feminists, but then treat women horribly. The first thing that my brain went to with this video is when they said in 93 she was quite the woman. I'm like, I thought Monica was quite the woman in the 90s. So I don't know. Just bad luck.
Just crazy. All right, moving on to another masculine topic. Okay, so Charlie Kirk says that Donald Trump is the ultimate rebuke to the feminist establishment that bullied young men for years. Love him or hate him, nobody has ever called Trump feminine. Let's take a look.
The cultural paradigm right now is a rebellion of the men of the West. It's happening in every major country where young men are finding podcasts like ours. They're finding other, information conduits that believe in nature, believe in God's design, believe that men should have to stand up for the vulnerable, create a family, provide for the family, have to protect the weak, to fight the battles of society, to go on an adventure. This is very appealing to young men when they hear it. There's a lot that you can call Donald Trump. No one has ever called him feminine. Right. In a toxically feminine world.
I mean, love it or hate it, it's true. And the woke fatigue definitely brought us here and fully delivered President Trump. But Bobby, obviously, I want to go to you first on this.
Well, he's absolutely correct. And I think that, I think in life, men, we generally don't need much fanfare. We don't need much pomp and circumstance. We don't need much celebration. We don't need to get patted on the back. But what we do react to is getting like constantly smeared and beaten down over a long period of time. So it's like we don't see much representation in the public sphere, especially being a white man, a straight white man. It's like you're the most toxic member of society now, allegedly, according to them. So to see any representation at all, especially one that completely rebukes that whole narrative, I think a lot of us celebrate. But we would not be involved. We would not care to be celebrated. But we do have a problem with getting smeared all of the time. And he most definitely is the complete opposite, the pendulum swinging the complete other way of that. So I think that he's right about that.
Liz, so do you think that Donald Trump is pretty much the award, basically delivered to us because of the rejection that we've had over the years of all the woke ideology?
I think what Charlie Kirk said at the end was very spot on. In a toxically feminine world, I think that there has been so much toxic femininity that's been thrown at us with the Dylan Mulvaney's and just the all the feminist women in general and the men trying to become women. I think that we really needed someone like Donald Trump who's like, I'm a dude. I like women. I like to make money. I like to be successful. I like to build things. This is what America needs. This is what the world needs because we need more testosterone.
Yeah, we need more testosterone. We need more support of hot women, hot girls. So I ride that campaign hard. So I want to get your take, Justine, on this.
Yeah, this is why President Trump is hated so much, especially by middle-aged white liberal women, because he is the antidote to their control. For years, we've had white middle-aged women, female HR types, try to neuter our men, especially young boys. Young boys were given drugs and told that they have ADHD and all these ailments and problems growing up when they just needed a quick run on the playground. And this goes back to Bobby's point. Men are simple creatures. They don't need that much. Just let them exist and stop telling them that they're evil for existing.
Absolutely, I agree. Moving on to another guy I like to mention each week, Joe Rogan. So he's calling out the Democratic Party for pushing too far left. He says radicalization is making them look like psychos and driving away moderates. Let's take a look at what he said.
Seems like there's like two factions in what I would call like the American left right now. There's the reasonable people that are like, hey, we got to just stop being crazy. Like there's the Bill Maher's and a lot of other folks like that. They're like, we got to stop being crazy and just appeal to like rational people. Don't go all the way over there. Stick where most people are. And then there's people that, well, we got to go further left. Then there's people like, we got to take over Tesla dealerships. We got to light cars on fire. The left is like justifying spraying Nazi swastikas on cars. Like, this is crazy. They've gone so far over this. So there's one side.
All right. I want to get a 3-second answer from all of you. We'll go to Justine first.
The left is tone deaf. They'll keep banging their head on the wall and expect a different result, but it's not going to happen. Nancy Pelosi thinks that if you neuter young boys and you have sex change surgeries, that's going to suddenly get normal people to agree when clearly it's already been rejected.
Absolutely. Liz?
The left needs to calm down. That's it. They just need to calm down. They're even driving the left away from the left.
That's a line. All right, on to you, Bobby.
They're competing in the wokeness Olympics. They're constantly competing to see who can do the most outrageous thing, who can be the most empathetic, the most welcoming. But really what they're doing is not even considering what the ramifications and effects are of what they're actually pushing and saying. I think that they only care about being acknowledged, and even more so, all they care about is getting attention, whatever they have to do to get it. I think that's what's happening.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you guys, Liz, Bobby, and Justine, for joining me. Thanks for sticking with me for another episode. Make sure to follow us on @RealAmericasPop on all platforms and follow me, your favorite host, Adrian Gray TV. Make sure to send me your hot takes, your weekly pop culture outrage. You know we live for it, and we'll be back next week with some more. So until then, stay loud, stay proud, and please tell your group chat about my show. See you next week.
Welcome to Wayne Allen Root Show.
Good to see you again, man. How's everything going in Viva Las Vegas?
He loves Israel. He loves our country.
I'm always ready to fight, Gary. Always ready to fight.
One of the most popular hosts.
You are my Superman. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's got radio, he got television, he's got a beautiful wife.
We are under invasion at the border.
This is the kind of thing he talks about because he's about common sense.
Make faith and belief in country cool again. You are truly a breath of fresh air. Your fans love you.
Thank you very much. And they love you too. And for good reason, because you have a spirit and you get it at the same time. You're both angry, but a happy warrior nevertheless. Wayne Allen Root.
I salute you.
Where's Wayne? Where is Wayne Allen Root? Where the hell is he?
All right, Wayne Allen Root, otherwise known as War, right here on America's Top 10 Countdown. The Root is on fire. You've heard of the mainstream media. Welcome to the Mainstream Media. I'm the loudest MAGA mouth in the USA, coming to you from Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. I'm the hardest working man, certainly in conservative showbiz, maybe in all the showbiz, because all those people in Hollywood are lazy, with the fastest show in the history of TV. This show is conservative patriotic talk on steroids, squared to the 1000th power. Reminder, my command central is root4america.com. At the top are 4 tabs. Watch Wayne on TV, listen to Wayne on the radio, listen to Wayne's podcast, watch Wayne's daily video podcast. Click on any one of those and you're on live, or you get links to all the places you can watch them or listen to them every day, or you can watch or listen to a library of all my recent shows. Root4america.com. My email, wayneroot@gmail.com. Email me anytime. Love to hear from you. Love to hear what you think of this show, wayneroot@gmail.com. Now, if you look forward to watching America's Top 10 Countdown every Saturday, and I hope you do, and I hope you're also watching my daily video podcast. It's called War Zone with Wayne Allen Root. It's the Mecca of MAGA. The podcast is now the official podcast of the Gateway Pundit at gatewaypundit.com, thegatewaypundit.com. It's 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern on Rumble, or untamednation.com, or most importantly, at thegatewaypundit.com. You can also find it at root4america.com and at the top of my Twitter page, my X page, at the top of my Getter page, at Real Wayne Root. Warzone with Wayne Allen Root now reaches 2.5 million unique daily readers at The Gateway Pundit. The Gateway Pundit is the most influential site of the MAGA movement with over 1 billion unique views in 2024. Warzone daily, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific start. All right, it's time for my opening commentary. It is titled, Trump is succeeding. He's making Washington, D.C. safe again. But Democrats are angry and they're panicking. Why? President Trump is pulling off a miracle, like a rabbit out of a hat. No other president has ever thought of doing this. He's taken over Washington, D.C. It's always been dangerous. No one else thought of it. And cleaning out the criminals, the thugs, the gangbangers, the illegals, the drug dealers, and the homeless bums. And it's working. Crime is down dramatically. Violent crime is down 22%. And there were 0 murders in D.C. this past week. 0. Can I get a glory hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Can we all give President Trump a standing ovation? He is making the impossible possible. He's showing us we don't have to live in fear and allow the criminals and gangs and drug dealers to control the streets and be prisoners in our own homes at night. And the thing is, this isn't about Washington, D.C. This is an experiment. If it succeeds, and it is succeeding beyond our wildest expectations, it's a model for the nation. This is how Trump takes over all Democrat-run big cities and sends in troops and National Guard and FBI and makes the main streets safe again for the citizens and the taxpayers. Bravo! President Trump is proving it can be done. We can take our streets back. We can make America safe again. Shouldn't everyone cheer? Certainly anyone who isn't a criminal or an illegal or a gangbanger or a drug dealer or a homeless bum should be cheering. Certainly all the moms and dads and families whose children can walk the streets again without fear of dying or being assaulted, raped, or robbed should be excited and thankful and cheering. But there's one group that isn't cheering. They're actually angry. They're bitter. They're panicking. Democrats. So we need to ask, why? Why would Democrat politicians and political leaders be unhappy that criminals and drugs and gangs and mentally ill homeless bums are being taken off the streets of Washington, D.C., and soon many other U.S. cities? I know the answer. Teacher, pick me, please. There are only 3 possible answers. Reason number 1, jealousy. I know about this one firsthand. I have one trait in life that has propelled me to success my whole life. I'm a workaholic. I may not be the smartest or the sharpest or the strongest guy on the block, but I'm always the hardest worker. In school, in college, in business, on TV and radio, no one has ever outworked me or out-hustled me. And that has always made my competition angry and bitter. I work too hard in their minds, too hard, which makes them look bad. They look lazy by comparison, and people don't like that. They think I'm showing them up. Instead of copying me, which is a smart thing to do, and working harder to succeed and outworking me, instead they get angry and bitter and jealous. They don't want me to succeed. They'd rather I failed if it would make them look good and allow them to keep doing basically nothing. That's certainly part of what's happening here. President Trump is making Democrats look bad, look lazy, look like losers, selfish losers. They'd rather Trump failed and America failed if it would allow them to stay in power and keep doing nothing. If Trump outworks them, out-hustles them, keeps winning 100 times a day, heck, this guy wins 100 times an hour, keeps making the impossible possible, keeps making America great again and safe again, he showcases what miserable, lazy, selfish, greedy losers Democrats are. If Trump is able to clean up the streets of big cities, run 100% by Democrat politicians, but the Democrats who run those cities never even tried to clean them up and make them safe, then the citizens will start to realize Democrat politicians are good for nothing lazy bums. If Trump succeeds, the citizens won't elect Democrats anymore. They will see that the emperor has no clothes. They will realize they never had to live this way. They never had to fear dying in their own streets. They never had to be prisoners in their own homes at night. They never had to accept living in a third world crap hole in the middle of America. They will realize Democrat politicians and Democrat policies have failed them and caused them all of this misery. Reason number 2, votes. Part of the reason Democrats are so angry is the bad people President Trump is removing from the streets. Criminals, thugs, felons, drug dealers, gangbangers, illegal aliens, and homeless bums are the base of the Democrat Party. Democrats understand they can't win elections without these voters because the majority of good people with families and jobs and responsibilities and businesses and living in homes that they own, not rent, already vote Republican. Democrats need the criminals and the thugs and the illegals and the drug dealers and the drug addicts and the gangs and the homeless bums to win elections. It's the only way they can win. Reason number 3, Democrats have sold us out. All the above is true. Number 1 and number 2 are absolutely true, but I believe this number 3 is the most important reason. Democrats are on the payroll of our worst foreign enemies. Democrats have sold us out. Democrats are being paid to make America fail. They're on the payroll of the Mexican drug cartels, the Chinese Communist Party, and the mullahs of Iran. Democrats are being paid in 2 ways by our enemies to make America fail. First, I believe they get millions deposited into offshore accounts. They're all getting filthy rich with these bribes, this blood money. If Trump succeeds in making America great again, the money stops because they're being paid to make sure America fails. If America succeeds, it's cut off. They don't get paid anymore. So the gravy train's over, the jig is up. That's why they hate Trump so much. That's why they're panicking. Secondly, Democrat campaigns are financed by illegal foreign contributions sent in small denominations to avoid FEC reporting requirements. Didn't you ever wonder how Democrats always seem to have more money, more TV ads, and bigger war chests than Republicans? Didn't you ever wonder how a dumb as a doorknob, clueless, incompetent moron like Kamala Harris raised a record-setting $1.3 billion for her presidential campaign? It was mostly illegal money from our foreign enemies. I've warned for years that the Mexican drug cartels, China, and Iran's terrorists have been sending billions of dollars of political contributions to Democrats through platforms like Act Blue, which is why it appears Act Blue is about to be indicted and closed. The jig is up. Trump's DOJ is about to end this scam of all scams. Trump is about to put Democrats out of business because without foreign campaign contributions and without dirty bribes and without voter fraud, Democrats can't win elections. That's why Democrats are so angry and bitter and panicked that Trump is succeeding in Washington, D.C., and soon everywhere else, too. All right, this segment of the show is sponsored by Energize Health. As a matter of fact, the whole show is sponsored by Energize Health since the day we started. All of my shows, radio and TV on every platform, are sponsored by my friends at Energize Health. I joined the Energize Health program because they demanded it. They said, we won't sponsor your shows unless you get on the program. So I joined in November of 2020, almost 5 years ago, and it changed my life. And now I am the testimonial for Energized Health. I lost 25 pounds of fat. I gained 10 pounds of muscle in only 88 days to start the program. That was over 4 years ago. My life has never been the same. I gained energy, intercellular hydration, got in the best shape of my life, and I gained 3 new TV shows past the age of 61. I don't think that's ever happened in TV history, and I know why it happened. The fat melted off my body, but then it melted off my face. It changed the way I looked. I'm 64 years old. I'll be on Medicare in a year, and I look younger now than I did at age 50. That's impossible. Energized Health is my fountain of youth. It reversed aged me. I'll be in this program for life because it's simple, it's easy, and it's healthy. For decades, Energized Health has transformed the lives of thousands of my clients and my customers and my viewers using the breakthrough science of intercellular hydration. Now, here's your chance to be like Wayne. Energized Health can change your life and supercharge your health just like it did for me. Right now, Energized Health is offering my fans the WAR 40% off discount, 40% off. Just say WAR, go on the same journey as me and get it for 40% off. Go to energizedhealth.com. That's energizedhealth.com. All right, when we get back, we start America's Top 10 Countdown.
Tonight's show is brought to you in part by Energized Health. Transform your health from the inside out with intercellular hydration.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5. It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. 5 minutes, I'm done. Look at that, it's amazing.
If you're ready to step into an effective, economical, and eco-safe world of cleaning, look no further than the H2O X5. Using just the power of superheated water, the X5 Super Hot Steam cleans and kills up to 99% of germs, viruses, and bacteria. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. But through this special TV offer, you won't spend $400, $300, or even $200. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. You'll get the X5 steam mop with microfiber pad, the carpet glider, the handheld scrubber, the window glass and mirror attachment, and the garment and upholstery bonnet. It's a complete 10-piece system, all this for just 4 easy payments of $43. But it gets even better. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. If after 30 days you're not absolutely delighted, send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. Don't wait. Now's your chance to own the X5 for just 4 easy payments, and we'll make the first payment for you. You get the X5 incredible 5-in-1 lightweight, powerful 12-piece steam cleaning system, a $500 value, all for just 3 easy payments of $43. This offer can't last forever, so call or click right now.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and in bookstores across the country. We'll even help you promote your book. That's right, we do all this for you. Biography, self-help, mystery, novels, sci-fi, even a children's book. No matter what genre, Page Publishing can bring your book to life. Call today for your free author submission kit and find out how you can be the next published author at Page Publishing.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257. That's 800-319-0257, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
All right, welcome back. Wayne Ella Root, the Root is on fire. Root for America is my command central. All my shows there, radio, TV, podcast. And you can always find me and email me and speak to me personally. I read every email. I answer many of them. WayneRoot@gmail.com. I try and answer all of them, but I can't get to every one of them now because I'm starting to get thousands. But I try and answer as many as I can. But always know I'm reading your emails. I stay up till 2 in the morning every night, making sure I spend 2 hours before I go to bed reading emails so I know what you care about so I can get to it on this show. All right, sponsor of this show, Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. This is the second term of President Trump. It's all about drill, baby, drill, and knocking down inflation by making America the energy capital of the world. And this one project could very well be the centerpiece of that goal. Lost Soldier Oil and Gas has been founded by second-generation oil and gas legend Mark Bruner. His companies have created more than $15 billion in shareholder value, including Ultra Petroleum, a public company. He was the CEO, which went from 15 cents a share to $200 a share at its peak. You know, if you know Wall Street, that has almost never happened in history. That's the most incredible thing I've ever heard. Well, look how it adds up dollar-wise. A $10,000 investment over the 10 years this company was public grew into $13 million for stock investors. If you invested $10,000, you walked away with $13 million if you held it for those 10 years. Unbelievable. Lost Soldier is Mark's latest project, and this is the special one. It took 40 years, almost half a century, to piece together this 40,000-acre giant gas discovery field in Wyoming. Mark believes it's the last major basin-centered gas accumulation play that has not yet been drilled in the United States of America forevermore. Lost Soldier's giant gas discovery could become as renowned as the Permian Basin. Their plan is to install a pipeline connection for immediate cash flow this year and continue to explore and develop the remaining oil and gas over decades to come. Lost Soldier is also planning to go public in the next couple of years. This is the right time, right place, right management team. Everyone on the team of Lost Soldier has 40-plus years of oil and gas experience, and the right president, Donald J. Trump, who believes in drill, baby, drill. If you're an accredited investor and would like to know more about this opportunity, would like to get involved in this opportunity, have questions, just go to lostsoldier.com, fill out the contact form, lostsoldier.com. They'll get right back to you, lostsoldier.com. Okay, now we start. America's Top 10 Countdown, number 10. Well, the leaders of our country are finally calling out Democrats for who and what they are. Evil. It's amazing. The things I've been saying on TV and radio for years, maybe you could say decades, as a talk host on both TV and radio, right? I've been saying this for years. It's now coming out of the mouths of the president and the leading figures in his administration. Here's a good example. So President Trump says the Democrat Party, says this on Truth Social, the Democrat Party is dead. They're the party of hate. They're the party of evil. And they're the party of Satan. I've written about it. I've screamed about it from the highest mountaintops. It's got to be Satan. The people that they fight for are the weirdest, strangest, most bizarre people in the history of America that nobody in their right mind would fight for if you want to get elected. This is Satan, man. Stephen Miller, one of the top advisors to President Trump, calls the Democrat Party an extremist organization says they are evil and says they're going to be facing criminal charges. Tulsi Gabbard says state agents are sabotaging U.S. elections. Of course they are. They're finally admitting our elections are being stolen. And if you want to know what evil really looks like, you want to define evil, here's this story. The Biden-Harris regime dumped 11,000 migrant kids with unvetted strangers. And there were no home checks of any kind for 79,000 children under the age of 12, according to HHS data. So your own government's data proves that Democrats threw children to the wolves and let them be raped and robbed and murdered and put in porn films, pedophilia. God knows what happened to these kids. I'm sure most of them are dead. Very, very sad. Countdown number 9. So a reminder of what could have been if Trump had not won in November. We could be like Canada. We could be like the United Kingdom. So here's a story from Canada that you just won't believe. Canadian police charge a homeowner with assault for attacking a burglar who broke into his home at 3 a.m. Burglar breaks into a Canadian guy's home. What city is this in? This is in Ontario, Canada. Lindsay, Ontario, Canada. And a burglar breaks into his home. They fight for their lives on the line, and the homeowner beats him so badly he has to be airlifted to the hospital, the burglar. And the police put the handcuffs on the homeowner. This is so stunning. This is what life is like in Canada. I feel bad for my Canadian friends. My God. How about England? Lucy Connolly is a mother in the United Kingdom who put out a social media post very negative towards the migrants that were just found literally, guilty of rape and murder in the days preceding her social media post, her Twitter post at the time. And she said, these people are bad. We got to get them out of our country. They're murderers. They're rapists. They put her in prison. She just got out. She's been in prison for a year for a social media post. Is this stunning? Let me stick with some more foreign countries. South Korea police raid former prime minister, his party office, after he dared to question election fraud. South Korea has now been taken over by communists, just like America. I'll bet you Obama's in the middle of it. I'll bet they spent millions to hire Obama and all his little communist cabal to show them how they did it in the United States. Because South Korea now says, if we steal the election, we rig the election, we steal it, the guy who loses, who really won, if he complains about it and he points out he thinks it was stolen, now we're going to raid him and we're going to put him in prison. We're going to intimidate him. It's right out of the Democrats' playbook in South Korea. Same thing in Romania. Biden officials are implicated by Tulsi Gabbard in a globalist Romanian coup. The deep state is exposed. A guy wins, a conservative in Romania, and the Supreme Court in Romania says the election doesn't count. We have to do a redo. When he's leading in that election, they arrest him. It's the Democrats' playbook. And last but not least, what could have been Washington, D.C., a migrant is arrested, tackled by ICE in the streets of Washington. And this illegal immigrant screams in front of media cameras, help me, I'm a good guy, I've done nothing wrong, I just want to go home and see my family. And for days this week, liberals are weeping on video how terrible Trump is and how terrible MAG is and how terrible ICE is. And this poor guy just wants to go home to his family. We're so mean. We're so heartless. We're so evil. Guess what it turns out? He is being charged with literally child sex abuse of an underage 13 child. He is a child rapist, allegedly. But these are the people the Democrats are defending. All right, countdown number 8. All right, speaking of Washington, D.C., it's not about Washington, D.C. Crime is exploding in every big city run by Democrats. It's happening all over the USA. What's that famous saying from the 1970s when I was a little kid growing up? My mom and dad, who were two of the founders, by the way, of the New York State Conservative Party, they used to say the definition of a conservative is a liberal who was just mugged. And so these stories are in the news. Sobbed, punched, and pistol whipped a White House reporter's account of crime in Washington, D.C. She was robbed at gunpoint steps away from her apartment. She's got PTSD now. She never steps out after dark in Washington, D.C. without friends around her. She will not get in an Uber. She will not walk anywhere. She will not drive by herself anywhere. Her life has basically been changed by this assault in Washington, D.C. Here's a TV host, a reality TV host, who is the star of Selling Mega Mansions, the reality show on TV. Her name is Camille Anderson, and she is assaulted by multiple men in the streets of Beverly Hills, walking between a restaurant in Beverly Hills and her car, and they knocked her down, they hurt her, they bruised her, and they stole her pocketbook. The Democrats are too busy to worry about things like that. They got to defend illegals. They got to defend transgenders. They got to persecute whistleblowers at the FBI. They got to literally persecute Marines and their families. Story in the news about a United States Marine and his wife. The state of New York said they owed tax money. They emptied his bank account without him knowing it. He had no money to live on, survive, buy groceries. Now they say it's all a big mistake, but it's been months and the money has not been put back in his account. They're too busy persecuting Marines instead of fighting criminals. Countdown number 7. 2 huge pro-Trump developments this week that we would have never believed a year ago. It's like a dream. It's like a fairy tale. New York appeals court throws out the $515 million civil fraud penalty against President Trump. The witch hunt is over. Who would have believed just a year ago, I wish I had taken bets on this one, that Trump would be president and free and clear of all criminal and civil charges, and New York Attorney General Letitia James would be the one that may be headed to prison. And the FBI raids deep state Trump-hating loser John Bolton's home and office on Friday morning. The FBI Director Kash Patel announces no one is above the law. Guess what? It's official. The hunters just officially became the hunted. If I'm Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and Brennan and Clapper and Comey and McCabe and all the rest of them, let me tell you, I'm hiding in the closet right now. I'm shaking in my boots. I'm grabbing my passport, and I'm headed for a country that has no extradition to the United States of America. Don't kid yourself. These guys are scared. They are scared, and they're dangerous. Countdown number 6. Some major Trump announcements this week, all of them wonderful. President Trump announced an executive order outlawing mail-in ballots nationwide, as well as targeting for elimination voting machines. Trump announces massive Social Security cleanup with 275,000 illegal aliens removed from the Social Security rolls, plus 2.4 million dead people, all claimed to be over the age of 120, removed from the database. Trump's HHS announced it's reviving a vaccine task force to make vaccines safer and childhood vaccines safer. At the same time, the Trump administration announces they will get justice for Americans who endured Biden's vaccine discrimination